Hello friends, today we will discuss about how to solve poetry questions. For most of the students, this question is very difficult. Why? Because they never prepare this question systematically. And that's why today we will discuss how to solve poetry question. Because this question carries 10 marks. And for this 10 marks, total you are asked 5 questions. Each question carries 2 marks. So friends, before we go to discuss about how to solve the answers, first thing I will suggest that reading of the poem is very important. You should read all poems very carefully, and at least each poem you should read at least for 3 times. Why? Because if any poem comes in the exam, so after reading that extract, those stanzas, you should know that from which poem this extract has come. And that's why careful reading is very important. After reading of the poem, you should also understand what is the theme of the poem, what is the main idea of the poem, what are the various characters and incidents mentioned in the poem. And that's why, friends, reading of the poem is very important. Okay. Now, after reading, let's go to the types of questions that are asked. See, total you are asked 5 questions. A1 is global understanding, A2 is inference or interpretation, A3 is personal response, A4 is poetic devices, and A5 is poetic creativity. First question A1 will check your understanding of the poem. In this section, you will be asked wave diagram, true and false. In short, this question will check your understanding of the poem. A2, inference question in which you will be given a line or you will be asked to explain the meaning of that line. So A2 will check the deeper understanding of the poem. Okay, friends, for me, these next 3 questions are very important. Now, see, A3 is a personal response question. In this question, you should write your own opinion about the question that is asked to you. Then you write anything. There is no fixed answer for this question, that is personal response. And that's why you can write any answer, any convincing answer, any suitable answer. So friend, I will suggest that purposely you all should attempt these A3 questions, because अपने मन से आप कुछ तो 4 5 तो आराम से लिख सकते हो. So I will suggest that purposely attempt the A3 questions. Now next is A4. It is poetic devices. What is poetic devices? In this question, you are asked figures of speech, rhyming scheme, rhyming words. So friends, what is my suggestion? Take a pencil and mark the lines in the poem which indicates the figure of speech, which indicate the rhyming scheme and rhyming words. Okay, if you have marked all the lines with proper figure of speech, and if you go through it twice and thrice, I am sure this question will not be difficult for you. So why to lose unnecessary marks? Okay friends, so it is my appeal to all of you that take a pencil, go to the poem, mark all the lines that indicates the figure of speech. See, read the poem and see what is the rhyming scheme and rhyming words of the poem. Rhyming scheme is different and rhyming words are different. And if there is no rhyming scheme and no rhyming words, in such case also you'll be asked write down the rhyming scheme and rhyming words. So in such question you should write the answer. The poem has no rhyming scheme. It is a blank verse. Blankverse. Okay. Now the next is friend A5 poetic creativity. This is a new question and I think it needs a little bit creativity. In this question, friends, you have to compose your own poem of 4 lines. You will be given few lines or you will be given a topic and you will be asked to compose a poem on that topic. Now friend, I will suggest whatever is the main idea of each poem that you should know, that you should remember, and already compose the poem of yours. Keep it ready. Now, for example, what I mean to say. First poem, Song of the Open Road. This poem is about journey. So compose your own lines about journey. Okay. Second poem, Indian Weavers, is about clothes and the various stages in life. So compose a poem about the clothes. The Inchcape Rock. Inchcape Rock is about as you sow, so shall you reap. जैसे करेंगे वैसे भरेंगे. So it is about remorse and no some moral lines. Next poem is Father Returning Home. So compose, keep ready your few lines about father. So in this way, if you already know the lines and if you write the answer for that question, I am sure that you will get the marks. Friend, always remember इन A5 क्वेश्चन में आपको कुछ ना कुछ आपके मन की लाइंस वहां पे लिखना ही है. डू नॉट लीव इट ब्लैंक. If you keep it blank, you will get 0 marks. But if something you will write, something you will get. So if you plan and if you prepare the this question systematically from the very beginning, I think you will not lose the marks. And it is my special appeal to all of you that A3, A4, A5 are simple questions. It just need a planning and preparation. If you do this, I am sure that you will get very good marks in the poetry section. Now friends, after this, we will go the we will go for one sample questions. How questions are asked on the poem. For that, I have taken first poem, Song of the Open Road. See, A1 is a global understanding question in which you are asked the wave diagram. You have to complete this wave diagram. And friend, always remember, unless you have understood the poem, unless you know the summary of the poem, you cannot fill up this diagram. You cannot answer correctly true and false questions. So that's why read the poem, read summary of all the poem and understand what is the poem is about. Okay, it will be easy for you. Then see the next is inference and interpretation question in which you are asked the line. So you have to analyze the line, you have to explain the meaning of this line. And for now this is A3 personal response. Okay, explain the importance of long path roads in man's life. So here you have to write your own opinion. Whatever is your opinion, you should write your own answer here in 4 5 lines. Friend, one more very important point. All questions in this sections carry 2 marks. So length of the answer should be at least in 4 to 5 lines. For 2 marks, if you had only one line, 2 lines, I think you get very less marks. Okay. So friends, keep in mind the length of the answer also. Now friend, let's see poetic devices. Here you will be asked, you are asked figure of speech. Okay. Now let's see the answers of these questions also. I have put answers. See, this is the answer for the first diagram. Qualities needed on the journey of life, containment, strength, and whatever is given here. Okay. Now let's see A2. See, this is the A2. We show that he does not ask. See the friend length of the answer. One, two, three, four, 5 lines. So it should be your 6 to 7 lines. Printed if it is 5 lines, then handwritten should be 6 to 7 lines. See A3, personal response. A4, figure of speech, paradox. See, to identify the figure of speech, you have special mark, 1 mark, and explain that figure of speech, you have 1 mark. Okay, and if you see, this is A5, towards my goal. So overall, what I will say is that you should know some motivational quotes and keep the poem ready on each poem. Whatever is the main idea of that poem, on that you keep your poem ready. So friend, I think this question not so difficult if you prepare systematically. And what I'm telling that there's no need to give separate time for poetry section if you are preparing economics. So in the morning read one poem, read all the question answers on that poem, and then afterwards you go for your study of economics. Then again in the afternoon one poem, and again in the evening one poem. So in a day three poem. Within 2 days you will complete the poetry section, and specially planned for these three questions A3, A4 and A5. ओके, पोएटिक क्रिएटिव ये क्वेश्चन का मैंने आपको क्या बताया कि पोएम का जो मेन आइडिया रहेगा. फॉर एग्जांपल फर्स्ट पोएम कौन सा है, सॉन्ग ऑफ द ओपन रोड. तो दिस पोएम इज अबाउट जर्नी. तो जर्नी के ऊपर आपकी कुछ लाइन पहले से आप तैयार रखिए, और अगर वो नहीं आया तो राइट समथिंग ऑफ योर्स, अटेम्प्ट दिस क्वेश्चन. ओके, आउट ऑफ टू कम से कम आपको हाफ मार्क तो मिलेगा. सो इट्स बेटर टू गेट जीरो. नो, तो हाफ तो अच्छा रहेगा ना. बट my point is that you should attempt all these questions. Okay, so friends, if you have any doubt you can ask me in the comment section. You always free. Thank you very much.